こんばんは。まず音声チェックさせてください。音声聞こえますか？音声聞こえてたらコメントお願いします。お、聞こえてます。ありがとうございます。ちょっとパソコンの方も今設定しますね。よし、来た。OK。いい感じです。改めまして、皆さん、こんばんは。今日もディベート頑張っていきましょう。早速なんですけど、一応お題とかね、流れとか、ここに書きましたので、皆さんどうですか？準備できました？今回はね、英語ディベートの発表、あんまり大々的にやらなかったので、そんなに集まらないかもしれないんですけど、それもそれでね、いいかなって、やりやすいかもしれませんね、もうちょっと人数が少ないと。はい、ということで、もうすでにテーマを発表したんですが、これですね。見えますか？文字とか大丈夫ですかね？Compared to the past, it has become easier for people to invent new things that are useful to society と。昔に比べて、今の方が新しい発明とか、しやすいということですね。で、これに対して、agree するのか、disagree するのかっていう流れになります。文字見える。ありがとうございます。はい。で、一応流れなんですけど、前回とそうですね、ちょっと違う部分もあるかと思います。まずは、リスナーさんの、agree の意見をチャット欄にいっぱい書いてもらいます。でそれ、時間はそうですね、前回と同じように60秒とか90秒とか制限時間かけてで全部書いてもらって、でその後に読みます、私が。そしてこれちょっと面白いかもっていうのを、いくつかピックアップするって感じですね。でここに一ノ瀬ツッコミって書いてるんですけど、ツッコミっていうか、どうやったらもうちょっとそのアイデアを強くできるかっていうことに関して、アドバイスだったり、質問だったり、をしようと思います。はい、でアグリー派が終わった後に次は、ディスアグリー派の人たちに意見を書いてもらいます。でこれも60秒あるいは90秒後に、またいくつか、いくつ多分1つから3つぐらいかと思いますけど選んで、それに対して、ツッコミを入れていきます。で皆さんで考えるんです、ね、どうやったら、そのツッコミに耐えることができるのかって感じですね。はい、で最後これちょっと新しい試みなんですけど、私の意見をちょっと言ってみようかなと。でそれに対して皆さんが突っ込むと。それってどういうことですかとか、それってでもこういう場合はこうなんじゃないですかっていう感じで、ちょっと、私 VS リスナーさんのミニディベートがここでできたら面白いかなっていう感じですね。はい。で、ちょっとしたお願いなんですけど、まず be respectful ね。お互い尊重し合ってください。皆さんなら大丈夫だと思うんですけど。で、前回話したように、やっぱね、どうしても感情的になると、これができなくなってしまうので、できれば自分の実際の意見と反対の意見を擁護すると冷静に見れるかなと思います。はい、でこれもね、前回ちょっとね言っておいた方が良かったなと思ったんですけど、すいません、これ後日皆さんのコメントを使わせてください。ディベートの前回は3日後くらいかな、ちょっと見直し動画みたいのを作ったんですけど、皆さんのコメントを見て、この表現はこういうふうにもっと直すといいですよみたいな、そういうアドバイス動画を作ったんですけど、割と評判が良かったみたいなので、今回もそうやろうかなと思います。なのでこれちょっと嫌ですっていう人はコメントは書かずに、ただ見ておいてください。はい、よろしいでしょうか。皆さん何か質問とかありますか？初見です。つんつくさん、こんばんは。人数的に今のところちょうどいい感じかもね。50人ぐらいかな。 質問がなければ早速英語モードに入って皆さんにタイプしていただきますが大丈夫ですか？そうですね。時間は一応1時間ぐらいを予定しております。どっちの意見書いてもいい？そうですね。agree 派の時でも disagree 派の時でも、両方書いても OK です。おすすめはね、自分の実際の意見の反対なんですけど、全然 OK ですよ。大丈夫ですか？じゃあコメント欄、チャット欄にagree って出たら早速英語でね、どんどんタイプしていってください。いきます。Alright, please begin.ラッピーさん、こんにちは。ここに流れが書いてます。Okay, waiting for your comments. Alright, something about the education quality. Good. So right now we're doing agree. Okay, about 30 more seconds. Okay, so I'll end that there. All right, so thank you very much for your input. So I'm going to pick a couple of your statements and I want you to tell me how you could make your argument even stronger. All right, so first, okay, so how about, all right, so it says near the top, education has been ameliorated drastically compared to the past. Okay, so what exactly do you mean by that? Education quality and system. So the education quality and system has ameliorated and stockpiled knowledge Okay, so I want whoever, it doesn't have to be the person who wrote this, but can you explain what you mean? So education quality, are you saying the education quality has become better? So what? So you mean improved? It's improved, that's why we're able to be more creative? And if you mean improved, then tell me how it's improved compared to the past. Anyone can comment. If you think the education system has improved, and that's what's allowing us to make things, create things more easily, please tell me why. Okay, the number of people who study at university has increased. All right, interesting. Okay, so because there are more people studying at a higher level, people are more creative, able to invent interesting things. Doesn't have to be a supportive idea. Okay, so I suppose it doesn't have to. You can, if you want to ask questions about this, or if you can see any weaknesses, then feel free to comment. There are many genres of studies compared to the past. So more subjects, you mean? Okay, so why can we invent more new things if there are more subjects? Yep, so that's a good point. Correlation between education and creativity. That's the topic. All right, so by this you mean schools are offering more subjects, and now you have to describe why you think that leads to more new inventions, greater creativity. Can anybody help? Okay, newer knowledge. Maybe you have newer knowledge, for example, in chemistry. So in that case, information in the textbook has been revised and is improving. Okay. All right, so I suppose by education quality, then you mean we have updated knowledge, and with that updated knowledge, we're able to create things that didn't exist in the past. Number of schools where you're able to learn many programming languages has increased on a global scale. Okay, the number of schools have increased. Learn programming languages. Okay, so like computers. So because more schools are offering, more places are offering different types of education, maybe that gives us a lot of different knowledge, and that can lead to new inventions. Okay. Using the internet, people can get information. Okay, so that, all right, might be a little different to the education. Actually, it can be related. Okay, so that's a good point. So inventions are combinations of things. So you have to combine different things together. So the more knowledge you have, the more likely you're able to make new inventions. Technological advancements have enabled us to learn new things quickly and collaborate with people who have different backgrounds, thus boosting creativity. Okay, so yeah, that might be, it's kind of related, but let's deal with this first. We're talking about education quality. So probably schools and places that offer education. More variety, more creative. Yep, I agree. As evidence, can we refer to the number of patent applications? That's a good point. Do you have the data compared to the past? Like, are there more patents? Does everyone, you know what patents are? That's a good word, patent. Patent. So it means you officially own something that you created. So if more people are getting these, that might mean there are more creations being made. That's a good point. That rather than the direct effect of education, the establishment of education status as a crucial field led more money inflow to study. Okay. Okay. So schools are getting more money to do study and research. I see. And that leads to people creating more new things. Yeah, I'd really like to know if the number of patents have been increasing or decreasing compared to the past. Oh, according to Jetro, it's increasing. So that's pretty good evidence. You can say because the number of patents are increasing every year, that means there have been new inventions, creations. Okay, good evidence. Yep. Yeah, so this is a good point. I hadn't thought of this before. Okay, so you can use that as your evidence to help back up your statements. Okay, so the education quality. All right, so I think we've kind of discussed this enough. So let me pick another point from the previous, from when I got you to type your opinions. Okay, so I think several people were talking about the internet. So let me use the internet opinion. All right, so the internet allows us to invent things more easily. Okay, so I kind of summarized a couple of similar points together. So the internet allows us to invent things more easily. So can you elaborate on that? What do you mean by that? How does the internet help us to invent things? So we're up to here. Okay, so I'm questioning the comments. Okay, these days you can easily find people's dissatisfaction through the internet. And there are already many other useful products, so it has become easier to come up with ideas. Dissatisfaction. can find people's dissatisfaction through the internet. And there are many other useful products. So it has become easier? Dissatisfaction. What? So we know what people don't like, and then we can improve on that to make a better invention? Okay, we can access a lot of information. All right, so that's true compared to the past. And as someone mentioned before, the way to create new things is to combine things together. So the more things we have to combine, the more likely we can invent new things. Googling whatever we don't know immediately gives us a large amount of knowledge, opinions, and some ideas. Okay, good. Yep, so search engines allow us to get different types of knowledge that we can use to combine into new ideas. We can know and bounce ideas off each other, especially the competent people who works in different industry. All right, so by using the internet, maybe like, I don't know, like Zoom or something, Skype, you can chat with these people all over the world. Okay, that's good. I suppose that this means easier and ample access to the basic information led us to concentrate on further future inventions. Ample access to basic information led us to concentrate. Basic information. So do we need that? So we can't get the basic information we need from like school. We need the internet. Also, if we use the internet, it's very cheap to obtain some useful information to apply it our own field. Okay, very cheap. That's true. So if you have access to the internet, then, well, a lot of things are free, provided they're actually reliable. The tool to access information is in our fingertip. Oh, okay, I see. So if we have a smartphone, then we have access to information from all around the world. That's my interpretation. It may enable us to find spaces to come up with something new. Enable us to find spaces. I see. So you mean maybe if we know, if we're aware of everything that exists in the world, then we know what doesn't exist. So then we can make that thing, maybe. Like when we compare it to reading some books to know new things. Compare it to reading some books. Okay, I suppose the more information you have, the more you can compare to see which one is reliable. Nowadays, a large number of multidisciplinary studies have been underway. Collaboration of multiple domains enables the invention to be made more easily by assembling people by means of internet. Okay, large number of... Yeah, so that's a good point. Collaboration. So working with different kinds of people, that was not possible in the past, especially when we did not have the internet. Thanks to the internet, we can have easier access to successful entrepreneurs' mindsets. Thus, we can start from giant shoulder. So that's a good phrase to use. So I think, who was it? I think it was Newton who first used that phrase. We stand on the shoulders of giants. So that means we rely on the information that our ancestors, they had. If people don't have the knowledge, they can learn new skills through YouTube or any platform. And by seeing other perspectives, it allows to increase creativity. Good, okay? So I think the basic argument is that it allows access to more information. Okay, so you should probably include that in this explanation. So say it allows us to invent new things more easily because we have access to more information, and in order to create new things, we need as many things as possible so that we can make new combinations. It enables people in developing poor students to get opportunities to learn many things. Okay, so yeah, if we think about developing countries as well, the internet would allow them more opportunities. The internet helps us shorten our time to research, which makes it okay. All right, so maybe we don't have to spend as much time doing research, so we can spend the time we saved to create new things. We only knew what we wanted to know until the presence of the internet, but seeing related topics or arguments of other people, that enables us to naturally widen our view. Good. Okay, so coming into contact with different kinds of ideas expands our view. You can easily get to know what is needed. All right, good points. Okay, so let's finish this bit. And now, we're going to go on to your disagree. So when I type disagree in the chat box, I want you to write your opinions for disagree. Okay, oh, two more. Easier to disease. Okay, easier to get disease. Okay. There are more possibilities that we can find and put some of them together thanks to advancement. Yep, so that's a good point. All right, so let's do disagree. So, okay, please begin. Very interesting points. Maybe about 30 more seconds. All right, so I might end that there. Okay, so thanks for your input. So very interesting. I think there are mainly 2 points that were mentioned. So the first one is this one. Many things have already been invented. So compared to the past when we didn't have anything, I suppose by past you need to define what you mean by past first of all. So what, like 50 years ago, 100 years ago? But if it's like, I don't know, 200 years ago, we didn't have lots of things like cars, we didn't have TV, we didn't have smartphones. Okay, so back in the past, there were many things that we could still invent. But now, because we have so many inventions, there probably are not as many inventions that we can make. All right. But remember how we said earlier that in order to make new things, we need to combine things together. So the more inventions we already have, if we have lots of inventions today, then we can combine that invention with another invention and make another new thing. What do you think about that? Modern is very convenient. Society is a modern person not feel inconvenient. Modern person surrounded by many kind of convenient things. Result, modern person can't think of an invention easily. Okay, that's interesting. So that might be another point. All right, so that's exactly true. Okay, so you think what I just talked about is more of an improvement rather than an invention? So that's interesting. What's the difference between an improved version of something that already exists and a completely new invention? Process is the same. In many cases, rather innovation than invention. Okay, so you think, all right, yeah, that's interesting. Difference between innovation and invention as well. Okay, so my argument against this was that now that we have lots of things, we have even more combinations we can make now. So that means that we're able to be more creative and invent new things. That's right. But for normal people, think in the same way, and there are many redundant. Oh, okay. Okay, we end up making similar things. People create a new thing based on what we have until then. Yeah, that's true. So I wonder if we call that an improvement, or can we call that a new invention? Past invention has been used to make new invention. It has been made from scratch. It hasn't been made from scratch. Yep. So yeah, probably everything involves combining certain things together. Maybe the process is similar, but the applicability is different. I doubt that, because many inventions made already are nearly perfect. Interesting. So like the smartphone, we can't do anything more to improve that. Small invention. Yeah, so I think that's what we have to discuss, like the definition of small invention. Definition of invention, or the difference between an invention and an improvement. Improvements are something that is added to things that are already existing. Yep. So if that's the definition, then I suppose everything would have to be an improvement, because we can't make anything out of zero. So it depends on the definition of invention, you mean? Yep. There are 2 types, such as brand new invention and improvement. Yep, probably. Ancestors have invented a lot of things that now people normally use to live daily life. That means basic product that needs for our life is enough. And if we invent new item or technology, it needs more high level of knowledge and skills. Something that has been designed or created for the first time. So for instance, do you think the smartphone was an invention? Because Steve Jobs said all he did was combine phone and computer, and then he got smartphone. So that's, you could say it's kind of improving the phone, improving the functions, the number of functions that a phone has. Yep, so I think it depends on the definition of invention. So it's sometimes a good idea to always start with definitions. If you're like writing an essay or if you're making an argument, say, well, I define invention as da 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 da. And in that case, I think da 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 da. Many things that people perceive may be just inventions. People perceive. Maybe you mean just improvements? Not only the difference between the two is vague, but the understanding might differ. Yep, that's true. So you have to clarify what your own definition is. Maybe it is a matter of if it creates a new category or not. Good point. Okay, so that's very good. So actually, when we go down to here, when we're going to talk about my opinion, maybe I'll talk a little bit more about this point. Okay, so another point is this one. Smartphones. It's definitely an invention because almost all people had never given any thoughts of it. Okay, so it's like a completely, all right, so maybe nobody had imagined it before. Combining things which already exist isn't necessarily easy. There's always a lot of difficulties. That's why they haven't been invented. Yep, I agree. All right, so we might stop that point there. And here's another point. So I think someone said, so can you read that? There are more distractions nowadays. So because people are distracted by lots of things, it doesn't allow us to be creative or to invent new things. Right? So I suppose you mean things like SNS, maybe. If you have your phone, you're always you always want new stimulation, so you can't focus on one thing, and that's why you can't create something new. Okay, but then again, but I suppose if you're distracted, that means you're coming into contact with lots of different types of information, and maybe if you keep doing that, you'll be able to come up with like a new combination. Rather than thinking about just one thing deeply, getting lots of different ideas might actually help you to invent things. What do you think about that? Okay, so I agree because people are a lot more busy. Okay, so busyness as well, maybe, at work. Don't have time to think creatively. Distraction can infuse creativity into our mind by coming to know new things. Distraction can, okay, so you think, yep, so distraction is a good thing for creativity. Even if more things were invented, people still want more. Because people's desire to have better lives never exhaust. Okay, so that might be another point. So at the moment we're looking at this one. So I asked, isn't distraction a good thing? Because it means that you're coming into contact with different kinds of knowledge. We're usually satisfied with the status quo, environment, and stop thinking furthermore. Okay, is that related to this point? Maybe easier to create new ideas, modern society, because of a lot of information going around. Yep. Okay, so any arguments against my point? So I said this actually might help create new things. So we're up to here. Okay, I agree. For example, things like noodles, pour hot water was created because of inventor's wife cooking. Oh, it's disappeared. If that content is the TV, video games, YouTube, what is something that you killed your time with, they give you bad effects? Killed your time, okay. But we could get some good ideas, like randomly, maybe? So maybe if you can come up with like a good example of a random creation, if someone thought of something without intending to be creative, that might be interesting. That doesn't mean it's about the topic you're working on. So that's a good point. I suppose some people, they create new things by thinking about one particular thing, but some people might come up with an invention without intending to come up with an intention. But creating totally new things may be more difficult because the little things have been there already. All right, is that still related to this? I think SNS might become distraction, but it depends on the person. So the point is we need to acquire abilities to choice information and focus on. So we shouldn't maybe just randomly absorb information. YouTube Live, very good one, thank you. There are more distractions today than in the past, as there are more information, so there is space for inventions to sort the chaos we live in. Okay, so I think I do agree that there are more distractions. But what I was saying is that maybe that's a good thing if you want to create new things. Oh, so is that what you're saying, maybe? So there is space for invention? Sometimes yes, sometimes no. Distraction might give us some new idea. Inventions were mostly done by individuals in the past, but inventions made recently are done by huge firms. Necessity of labor can be defined as distraction. Necessity of labor. Okay, so you think the fact that we have to work, all right, killing time make you wind down, and the ease mind may facilitate. Ah, that's interesting. Yes, I suppose when we're distracted, we're not really concentrating. And our mind is probably in a relaxed state, and that can help make something creative. That's a good point. Well done. Slinky, is that a random creation? I don't know. Okay, we're getting less creative. All right, good. So I think we had some good points. Okay, so finally, let me share my opinions for both sides. Okay. To invent new things needs more flexible idea. So from one perspective, some distraction may be a bad thing. Some people it helps. Okay? More distraction is actually a good thing because it means lesser inventions will go away. Distraction is a good thing because lesser inventions will go away. superior ones will take place. Alright, that's interesting. Maybe I might need a bit more explanation for that one. Okay, so maybe I'll share my ideas. So my agree So I agree, if I were to agree that it's easier to make new inventions. How about this point? I don't think anyone has mentioned this point yet. Bigger population now. We have more people, more minds, more people thinking. Okay. Do you know what the population of the world was in 1910? Sorry, 1900. 7 billion. Okay, in 1900, so about 120 years ago, the population. Okay, so it's about 1.6 billion. Okay, 1.6 billion. Oh, good. Mr. Saul, you got it correct. Okay, I think, yeah, I think, is it, yeah, so you probably meant the population now. So now it's 7.8 billion. So compared to about 100 years ago, 120 years ago, we've got, what, more than 4 times the number of humans on the planet. So that means more minds, more people thinking, more people creating new ideas. Okay, so we might be able to say that, yes, it has become easier to create new things. So what do you think about this point? So your turn to see if you can improve on my point. Can anyone argue that maybe it doesn't make a difference, no matter what the population of the world is? So many heads, so many creatures, yeah. Okay, so that's the point that I made. If you can find any weaknesses, I'd like to know. Bigger population creates a bigger competition. Okay, so is that a good thing? So that allows people to make more creations? When many people think about inventions, they can make a lot of creative things. Yep, so you're agreeing with my point. Some services were created for the purpose of managing the huge number. Oh, okay. All right, so that's interesting. So that's looking at this point from another perspective. So you're saying we needed to create something new. Sorry, you're saying that maybe it's not the large number of people that allow the new creation, but we had a need to do something about this big population. That's why somebody was able to create something new. Interesting point. By following the group psychology, it may undermine the energy to create new things. Okay. So the more people there are, the less energy people have to create new things. All right, Japanese proverb. It does matter to create. I think population is getting increased, but it's still difficult for some people to use SNS. I mean, some don't have opportunities. All right. Inventions are difficult, so the number limit of the population that devote to making inventions hasn't changed that much. Okay. So you think like, all right, so you're saying that most people who make the inventions are like from a limited population, so it doesn't matter if like there are many more normal people around. More people might think that someone is working on it. Ah, so they would give up. Good. I think there's a term in psychology for that. It's like free rider effect or something. You think, oh, they'll probably do it, so I'm not going to do it. So the more people there are, the more they will rely on others. Good point. Even by considering population growth, we can't detect the percentage of distractions increasing because good influences also increase. Okay, so that's kind of combining the other point that we mentioned about distractions. Doesn't mean we have more inventions, because humans basically have, okay, so even though there are more people, they're thinking the same thing anyway, so yeah, free time make people creative. Patent trial may increase. Oh, okay. So more people applying for patents. All right, interesting. By the way, what's like the newest invention that you know? Because it's very important to write examples. So can you share any like new inventions that you have heard of? What's the newest one you know? Making new impressive things becomes harder because of the number of people to compete. Good, I agree. Okay, Zoom. Any other inventions that made you think, wow? Ah, Mercari. Corona vaccine. Blue LED. People who live in big cities can absorb knowledge to invent by the people around. Okay, so that's interesting. That's another good point. Okay, lithium-ion. So I think the lithium-ion battery was actually created a long time ago, but the creators received the prize recently, I think. AI detection video. New medicine, yeah, coronavirus. Drone with AI, yeah. Auto-driving system, VR. Have you all heard of AR? AR? Who knows what AR stands for? Good. Augmented reality, right? Augmented reality. So it's like combining virtual with reality. So Pokemon Go was very popular at one stage. Okay, augmented reality. Robots that bring delivery to your house. Robots. Yep. There's actually another one that I was very interested in. It's something called a smart lock. Smart lock. I didn't know this existed. So you put a smart lock on your home door and you can open and close it using like your smartphone, which is, I suppose it's useful. For example, if you have a child and he forgot his keys to the house, then you can open it for him even if you're at work. But it kind of has risks as well, I think. Okay, but that's an interesting invention that I recently came across. Okay, and finally my disagree side. Okay, so for disagree, all right, so students in America have been scoring lower in creativity tests. Okay, so this is my point. Terminator. Contact tracing it. Yeah. Okay, so look at this. Students in America have been scoring lower in creativity tests. Okay, so there's a famous test. This is probably the most famous test to see how creative you are. It's called the Torrance Test. Has anyone heard of this before? I actually heard this for the first time when I was doing research for today's debate. Anyone know that? Nobody? Okay, so it's a test. There's two main sections. One is creativity using pictures. Another one is creativity using words. So I have an example. Okay, so what you get is you get some shapes, and there are three different types. So for the first one, you have to use the circle. You have to use the circle and draw something. And then for the second one, you have to combine. You have to rearrange those shapes, this one. And for the last one, you have to complete the picture. So you can't really move it. You just have to create a picture using these shapes. Okay? And they measure how creative you are by judging what you draw and also how many things you can draw and how much detail you can draw. Okay, so they're saying these are examples of less creative. So the top one, like a chain, second one, a face, third one, like a pan, it's less creative. And more creative is apparently this one. Okay, so if you can draw the face of a character. So this one, they've rearranged these shapes in different ways. And this one, they've drawn lots of details. Right? So they test the students using this. And according to this researcher called, so there's a researcher who's written a book. It's called The Creativity Challenge. She wrote a book. And she said from 1966 to 1990, the scores of American students, they increased each year. But from 1990 onwards, the scores have been declining. Okay? Every year it's been declining. And she's saying that it's because of schools. They're saying that the way that schools are teaching their students are not giving them chances to be creative and to invent new things. Okay? So what do you think about that? Okay. Yeah, so these are the kinds of examples that you can use in order to make your argument more persuasive. All right? Yeah, so I had a couple more, but it's almost time. Yeah, so finally, please tell me your thoughts. So, compared to the past, it's become easier for people to invent new things that are useful to society. Please write if you agree or disagree. Looks like more disagree so far. Oh, agree is catching up. Oh, about half at the moment. Agree, disagree. Looks like we're divided. Yep, okay. Wow, so it looks like this is maybe a good topic for discussion because there are good points on both sides. Alright. はい、じゃあ皆さん、 お疲れ様でした。すごく刺激的でしたね。楽しかったです。で、なんか人数ってこれぐらいがいいですね、割と。前はね、マックスで200人ぐらい、集まっていただいたすごいありがたかったんですけど、かなりカオスになってたんで、コメントを追うのがね、大変だったんですけど、これぐらいならちょうど良かったかなって感じがしました。ということで、これをね、ベースにまた動画を出します。皆さんのコメントを改めて見させていただいて、で、ここに書いてあるように、こういう表現ね、使ったのすごく良かったけど、もうちょっとこういう風に直したらさらにいいですよっていうお話ができたらいいかなと思います。はい。で、本当はね、これ定期的にできたらいいなと思ってるんですけど、多分1ヶ月、そうですね、ここ1ヶ月は多分これから1ヶ月ぐらいは英検関連のものが多くなるかなと思いますので、よかったら見てみてください。で、ディベートのやり方とかね、に関してまた何かアドバイスとかご意見とかあったら聞かせてくれたらとても嬉しいです。はい。はい、ありがとうございます。嬉しい。今日も皆さん楽しんでいただいたみたいでありがとうございます。来たら終わりそうな雰囲気ごめんなさい。そうなんですよ。今回は8時からスタートだったので、アーカイブ残しますので、よかったらそっちの方も見てください。なんかね、急に人数が今増えてるんですけどあれかな、前回9時だったんですよ。前回9時スタートだったので、ごめんなさい。またいつかね、予告しますので、トピックもあらかじめ出しておきます。あと皆さんもこういうトピックディベートしたいですっていうのもあればね、どんどんコメントしてください。ご飯見ながらありがとうございます。TOEFL 動画も出しますよ。6月、来月また受験するんで、それに向けて、ちょっと出すと思います。英検満点頑張ります。ありがとうございます。時間間違ったんだごめんなさいね。はい、語彙シリーズもやっていきます。ありがとうございます。はい、ということで皆さん、1時間になりましたので、そろそろ終わりにしようと思います。今日もありがとうございました。じゃあまた会いましょう。おやすみなさい。また新しい1週間が始まりますが、頑張ってください。